Alright, my name's Mike McGlothlin. I'm going to show you how to do a tune-up on your bicycle so you can ride safely. And here is my audience. Alright, so your buddies ask you to go for a bike ride and you want to join in, but you haven't ridden in a while, so you got to make sure your bike is A-okay to go. So the first thing that I want you to do, I want you to clean your chain. And when you clean your chain, you need a brush. You could use a chain brush, a toothbrush, whatever brush you want. You're going to put this brush on your chain, and you complete some rotations here. You're moving it around real nice, you know. Once you brush your chain down, you take a towel if you want, because the brush has some gunk on it. You can clean it off a little bit more. And then once your chain is dried and is clean, you can look at your chain and you'll see if you have any types of abrasions or damage to your chain that'll hinder your fun on your bicycle. Now, I don't know, we're looking pretty good over here, you know. So now, you want to take your lubricant. There's a few types of lubricant. There's dry, which we use here because it's the desert, and there's wet. If you don't have bike lubricant, you could use olive oil. You could throw some KY on there, don't matter. You know, just don't get extra with it. So when you do this, you'll take your lubricant and you'll just drop it along the bearings a little bit while spinning. You know, you don't want too much because it is oil and it'll pull dirt up to your chain and make more issues for you. And after your chain is lubed up, we'll dry it off, get the excess out of there too. Like I said, you don't want dirt coming up on your chain, making your life worse than it already is. You're supposed to be having fun, not having a gunky ass chain. Now your chain's dry, you know, we're going to check the tire pressure. First thing you got to do is you got to take this fancy valve cap off that holds the air in there like a magician. So we'll take this off. And you can use a hand pump with the gauge on it if you want, if you're into manual labor. You know, and then you put your pump on your stem. You lock it on there, and then you pump away, and you pump, and you just keep pumping until your tire is at your desired pressure. Most tires are labeled at the highest they can run, or they're recommended on the side. It's personal preference, really, you know. And then during this, you got to take a break because hand pumps kind of suck. They're not fun. And then you keep pumping anyway. You know, you got to put air in your tire. Alright, I think I'm happy with it at 70, so we'll take it off real quick. And then you take your magic cap here, and you put your magic cap back on the stem. Now that your cap is back on the stem, we'll discard our pump over here. Whatever. The last thing you want to check before you ride is going to be your brakes. Your brakes are how you stop. If you're into brakes, that's your thing, whatever. Most brakes, you just work with what you got, what's already on your bike. Everybody's bike is different. And brakes are easily adjustable, right? So you got your lever. If you don't like the way they feel, you know, you can always just come over here to this barrel that's down here and adjust it. Counterclockwise will tighten it, make them snappier, quicker. Whatever. And then I also want you to check your brake pads. Make sure they're lined up to your rim. If you're squeezing your brake and your brake pad isn't hitting your rim, well, they're not going to work, right? No, they're not. So once your brake pads, you know, you squeeze them in. All right, mine are on the rim. We're good to go. After that, maybe check your cable. Make sure there's no kinks in it, any of that jazz. We're good here. And that's pretty much it before you go ride with your friends. Now that we're done with this, I hope everybody enjoys a good ride and enjoys the sunshine. Thanks for watching. Here's my audience. They stuck around for a little bit. Thanks, guys.
Are you done?
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Yeah.